Welcome to Who You Callin' Bruh,
a podcast about faith, family, and fun.
My name is Jay.
And I'm his daughter, Anna.
Awesome. And we're ready to have a good time with you guys. Or at least we'll have a good time now. And then hopefully you guys will have a good time when you watch it, which is not right now.
Period.
It's later.
Oh, Dad, we should do a live stream.
Oh, no.
Wait.
Live stream.
Eventually, do like
We
a
should.
pop-in
We'll do a
live
live show. What about a show with an audience?
Wait.
Oh, my goodness.
Where they can be the clap and we don't have to.
That's right.
They're just going to clap.
Yeah. Can you guys do that for us? Let us know if that's something you'd be interested in as a live audience. We could do it at the
Disney
church.
Channel. Yes. We're going to be
Like on
Disney
stage or something.
Oh, right. This is actually tough.
Okay. This
a
is
meet
tough.
and greet. Okay, y'all can all pull up.
What?
A meet and greet and y'all can all pull up.
Oh, meet and greet. Nice. Nice. Okay. Well, welcome to our show. We have an amazing show that you have seen right now. We're going to be talking about going back to school. Are you ready to talk about that, Anna?
Yay!
I know it's going to be so great. Okay. First of all, do we have any listener shout outs that we need to do? Some stuff that we need to take care of?
Okay, wait. I actually did not make a list for this week. I failed all of y'all.
Oh my!
If I told you were getting a shout out, you'll just know in your heart.
Yeah,
I'll be better.
This is the
week.
opposite of shout out.
I know. This is a shout down.
Down.
Yeah.
In. Shout in.
Shout in. Like it's just a personal one, but come tell me and I'll do better next week.
Yeah, we love you anyway. We did find out in some feedback that probably the most significant thing that I think people have talked about is whether or not Zac Efron fully sang all of his parts in
my gosh, we actually did get flagged
High
for
School
that one.
Musical. So thank you,
attacked.
Cannons, for all of your feedback, plus some other people, right?
Yeah, I was really getting
And
a
the
lot of
internet.
messages. Yeah, so apparently, I'm sorry guys, Zac Efron did not sing in that movie. Which like I
Well,
feel
he
like
did sing some, just not all.
well, yeah, he couldn't sing the high. Yeah. But like I feel like I sort of knew that, but then I don't know why.
What's
I
the
didn't.
person's name who sang
It was
instead?
like, I feel like it was something Gabriel, but maybe not.
No, that doesn't sound right. I'm the Cannons. So we're going to just...
Drew Seeley.
Drew Seeley, who apparently is a singer of other things, as if you should know who that is. So I'm sure most of our listeners...
Wait, that's actually really sad.
Oh, is he dead?
Well, no, he auditioned for the role, but he didn't get it, and instead he was the backup.
So all he had to do was like... Well, that's like an understudy. Like, that's kind of cool, you know, like...
But
if you were in a play...
But like, we didn't even know that was him singing. So
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean,
clearly
that's just...
he's not
that's
getting the
like,
attention.
just be better. That's all I got to tell Drew.
Be better.
Drew, come on. Be better. Maybe he is better now. I don't know. Is he out there doing stuff?
I don't know. It says he was a singer, actor, so maybe he's really got his life together.
Okay. Well, good job, Drew. Hopefully that didn't destroy your career and all of your self-esteem. So we also had one other request come in, and we will let you know what that is at the end of the episode because it is going to influence one of our future episodes. So that's pretty cool.
Yes. I was like, what?
And lastly, we do want to hear ideas from you from either subject matters you'd like us to talk about, important stuff, or fun stuff, challenges, things like that you think would be silly.
Comment on our social medias, Instagram
That's right.
at Who You Callin' Bruh, TikTok at Who You Callin' Bruh,
Yeah.
YouTube at Who You Callin' Bruh, Facebook
I feel
at
like
Who You Callin'.
there's like a pattern here.
There might be.
Yeah.
Maybe.
So yes, please let us know. We would love to hear from you, or you could even just talk to us in person if you're aware of who we are.
Yeah. Pull up.
Okay, so Anna, to this week, school has started, right? Now we thought about doing this like the first day after the first day of school, but you didn't really experience all of school yet because they're in block schedule.
Well, yeah, you have A and B days, and then I wanted to get some education in already, and I have gotten my education.
Okay, so she's done. So a week and a half, she's gotten all her education.
I'm going to college, actually.
Yeah, just skipping right ahead.
I'm out.
So we will try to unpack a little bit for you some of Anna's schedule. I know that you're all very eager to know. And then I've got some questions to ask her. But Anna, why don't we start with what is block schedule for those who do not go by that?
Okay, so for my school at least, we have A days and B days. Okay, so you have 5 periods in a day, right? Your first and fifth are the same both days. A and B days, you have the same, and they're the shortest class. They're like 45, 50 minutes. Then your second and fourth period, right? They're the next longest. They're like an hour and 20, something like that, right? Those are different depending on your day. Your third period is the longest, 2 hours, and then that's whenever you like rotate between your lunches. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Did you understand?
I did. Of course, I knew what it was. But
okay.
yeah, I'm sure most people have experienced it, but just so that they knew what we were talking about. So we've got first and fifth periods are the same both days. Second and fourth period are just either on A or B. Third period is also just on either A or B, but it also has lunch.
Yes. Which also your lunch changes depending on your A or B day.
Yes, or for Anna, even like what's going on in class.
Oh yeah, sometimes they really just like.
We'll get to that. Spoiler alert. Okay. All right, Anna. So initial thoughts. Back to school. What grade are you in now?
I am a sophomore, 10th grade.
Nice. Okay, so how is 10th grade going for you so far?
It's actually really lit. I think so far it's been better than freshman year. Freshman, I think I was just too new to everything.
Yeah.
Really made me mad. And now I'm getting the hang of things, but I'm also still like ignored in a good way.
Nice. Yeah. Sophomore year is kind of a sweet spot because you're not new, you're not the youngest, but you don't have the pressures of junior and senior year.
Right.
You know.
Like you're literally ignored.
Yeah. That's pretty cool. Okay, so why don't you unpack a little bit for us your schedule, and then I've got some questions.
All right. So my first period every day, we have child development. I love that class. It's, you're learning how a child develops, and eventually in the future, which they might have to be a guest on the podcast, I'll have a robot baby.
So Anna has been talking about this class at least 2 years, maybe longer, because she's seen people. Eventually there will be a robot baby you have to take care of.
So excited. I'm beyond excited.
So let us know if you have robot baby stories of your own where you had to take care of a robot baby.
Yeah.
And what was the worst thing that robot baby did?
Or the best.
Or the best.
Best. And then my second period on A days. I'll just do my A days, right? So second period, we've got English honors. I'm like to be studious. Not too bad. So just English. Then third period, we have Algebra 2 honors. So technically, everybody in my grade is supposed to be taking geometry.
Okay.
But I wanted to be different, and I took that last year. So
yes. Because you took Algebra 1
in 8th grade.
That's right.
So
not just you. There was other people.
Well, yeah, I'm not like just the only one, but that one's definitely an interesting class. He's a little bit off his rocker.
Nice.
But I'm very excited.
He's listening. Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding. Mr. Wagner, you're twin. So then, wait, I don't remember my schedule. Okay, fourth period. Okay, right. Oh, wait, and then my lunch. I had that lunch with Brecken, my boyfriend, if for those who don't know. Anyways, but then he left, and it was really sad.
Yeah, he got his entire schedule changed.
Yeah, loser. So then fourth period, we have ASL too.
So hold on that day, which lunch period do you have?
I have D lunch.
Is that the last one?
No, E is the last one. Yeah.
That's a long time to wait for lunch.
I mean, it's actually in a good spot. It's at 12 something.
Oh, okay.
Because E lunch starts at 1:15. So that's saying something.
Yeah.
And then fourth period, I have ASL. She's a queen. We don't get to speak in that. We don't get to speak in that class. Only sign. So it's really testing me.
Why don't you tell them what ASL is?
That is American Sign Language for those who don't know. So your communication with your hands to people who are deaf.
Thank you. Yes. All right. Excellent.
And then my fifth period, every day I have chemistry honors. I love that class.
Nice.
That one's a good one. And she's got a little pet gecko, and I held him, except he jumped away.
Crazy.
All right. B days.
B.
Once again, child development. Mm-hmm. Then we have AP World History. Now, these AP classes really be testing me because I took one last year. And everybody is taking AP this year because your options are on level and AP. There's no honors for this class. I don't really know why. So everybody decided they were taking AP this year, and I'm a little scared.
Nice.
Then we got third period. We have a cappella choir, which is our top varsity choir. How exciting. And then
congrats.
Thanks. And then for this is the class where I normally have e-lunch, but then on days whenever we split in our sectionals between the guys and the girls, sometimes I'll have a lunch. So he just likes to switch it up. And then fourth period, I have a class called Vibe, which is another choir, but it's smaller and it's kind of show choir. Really pop music. And then once again, fifth period chemistry.
Nice. That is a solid schedule, Anna. Bravo.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so let's break down. I have some questions here about these classes, and then we can, if they require follow-up discussion, We'll do that.
Awesome sauce.
Are you ready?
Yes, I'm so ready.
Okay, we'll start out with the most boring, bland question possible. Anna, what is your favorite class
My
of
favorite
those?
class. Okay, well, I mean, obviously, I'm gonna give you like in general. I'm gonna say a cappella choir, right?
Yeah.
I love that class. But if you really want to make me pick like a core class,
Mm-hmm.
I'll answer that. Okay, I'm gonna say for different reasons. You know, chemistry. I have my friend in there, pretty close. I love the teacher, but I don't like science. Math, right? I have friends in there. The teacher, he's funny. He's just silly. And I honestly have been enjoying it so far. So I'm going to say either math or chemistry.
Wow. I'm literally shocked right now. Like, I don't even know what to do with myself. Okay. Well, that's pretty interesting. Okay. So
Just
I've got
so
some.
far, guys. We're like a week and 3 days into school. So let's
Right.
not hold me accountable to this.
That's
at the
true.
End of the year.
We'll do a follow-up episode later on
Right.
on some stuff. Okay, Anna, what is the class that you are most likely to pass out in?
Chemistry.
Yeah.
just-
Okay. Why don't you just tell the story then?
Well, the other day was just talking about. I actually don't know what we're learning in there at the moment. No, we're doing like mixtures and like pure solutions, right? And she started talking about plasma and how like you draw blood and then you put it into the spinny thing and then you put the blood back in and keep the plasma, right? And I literally started crying I'm in the front row. I was like crying in the middle of class. I was like lightheaded and she called me out and she was like, Anna, are you okay? And I was like, no, I'm great. I just need this conversation to hurry up. And my friend was embarrassed, said she didn't want to sit next to me, but she's fine. So
That's right.
I just don't do well
cracks
with
me up.
bodily functions.
Right. So don't talk about them at all. Do you hear me? Do not talk
Never.
about them around Anna. We would hate for that to happen.
Right. That would be so
Exactly.
sad.
Okay, cool. So, and then, in the future, so there's awkward conversations that might cause you to pass out. Plus, in chemistry, if you do something wrong, there might be like fumes that you create in lab and it just knocks you out.
She was like, our first lab's going to be something about fire. And I was really interested. Though. I
Oh,
was like,
no.
Wait.
All right, let's have a real brief pyromaniacs conversation.
I'm not a pyromaniac.
Let's rewind like probably 3 years ago.
Okay, yeah.
3 years.
We were at this cabin trip, right? And Aspen, she lit this stick in our little fire we had going. And I was like, I could never do that, right? But then she was like, no, just do it. And I lit that stick on fire, went home, bought 4 lighters.
So her friend Aspen is also a little bit of a pyromaniac and brought Anna into the fold.
Yeah, like we don't like go around lighting buildings on fire, but like just
Right.
watching the fire, like I just sit there and I just watch it.
Would you be interested in that? If there was a controlled, safe way where you could go light a building on fire, would you be interested in doing that?
I don't know if a whole building. I would love to light something on fire, like just yeah.
What would be like you think? What would be your favorite thing to light on
My
fire?
favorite thing to light on fire, like something where I can see the visible, like I can watch the fire just like consume it.
Yeah.
Like yeah, that'd be pretty lit. Like I don't want something
Nice.
that's gonna instantly just disappear, but also not something that takes forever. Like I just want it to be a good maybe 10, 15 minutes of just
Gotcha.
watching it just.
Like really intense flame. For Christy's birthday, we had these. She bought these really cheap candles, but they were
goodness.
designed to spark.
Like yeah, they were like sparklers, like on
Yeah.
4th of July type of thing.
Yeah,
Oh, it was so
but
funny.
it did not go well.
Well, no, that's not what happened.
Though
Okay,
they're cheap. I mean, just
Right.
like, you know what I mean?
they weren't made good quality. So
Right.
this man over here thought it was a good idea to take all of them in the package and light them on fire.
I did. I just held them all.
Oh.
That one worked okay when you were dealing with like 15 of them at one time.
Except then he couldn't blow it out, and he
Yeah,
just
that was the
burning
problem. Is
himself.
after a while, I was stuck. Maybe we should include that video. At
No,
some point.
actually, can we insert? Can we
Yeah, I'll
edit this?
insert it.
All right,
I'll insert the
it.
video right now.
With a sparkler working?
Yeah, when I was little. I make a lot like this.
I saw that the other day when your mom posted something about Witten, and I was like, oh my gosh.
Ow.
Whoa.
Oh, crap.
Jake, under the water. Go under the water. Go, hurry.
So we'll just start.
Oh my god.
We're cooked. We're cooked.
Ow! It's hot!
What just happened?
Okay.
Awesome sauce. So that was great. We've never done that.
I might have squealed like a little girl right there.
It's so funny, Brad.
Yeah. Sorry. Okay, fun. Okay, so what do you think your hardest class is going to be?
AP.
Yeah, right. So for people who might not know what AP is, you want to tell them that?
It's basically, so in college, you're required to take certain classes, right? But basically what an AP class is a class you already have to take in high school, such as geography, okay? And then an AP class is the college class you're taking in high school. And if you pass the test at the end of the year, then you get the college credit and you don't have to take it in college.
Yeah.
But that also means that all the work you're doing is college level. The test at the end of the year is a college level test. So it's really hard.
Yeah, it is hard. And so instead of like a dual credit class, which would just be credit for taking the class, the AP class is all about the test.
Yes, and I'm not a good test taker, so I could pass that class on 100 all year, but it does not matter. I don't get any of the credit if I fail that test.
Yeah. Okay. Well, good luck, Anna.
Thanks.
We're here supporting you.
And
so
you're like based 1 to 5, 5 being the best, 1 the worst. And let's just say last year I did in fact get a 1. That
was AP Human Geography.
Yeah.
So
I also don't like the opinionated classes where it could be this, but it could be this depending on what you're. No, give me the facts. I'll memorize them.
that is true.
We're done.
That's my preference. Formulas and stuff like
Yes,
that.
yes,
Right.
yes.
Where it's the same every time. Okay, Anna, what is lunch like at your school? So just describe to me, like, do you have assigned tables? How you decide where you're sitting? What do you do for food? In general, what's the lunch vibe? What's going on?
Okay, well, you literally just kind of you walk in, and then it's all up to you. They have different lunch lines. You go. I never bought lunch, but I bring my lunch. I sit down, find my friends, start eating. The vibe, it definitely depends on the day. Sometimes it's chill, sometimes it's not. They also recently, this school year, added TVs on the back of the thing, and they'll play the Olympics, they'll play breakdancing videos, they'll play video. It's really scary what they play sometimes.
Interesting.
Yeah,
Is that just to try to entertain people so they're
guess.
not doing bad things?
That could be. I'm not totally sure what the thought was. But you know what? They just kind of play whatever. I sometimes ignore it. Sometimes people watch it. I'm not really sure, but it's just pretty chill. Then they were kind of like, all right, everybody, start packing up. And then you pack up and you go back to your class.
Nice. And you have 5 lunches. The first day of school, Brecken was in all of them, correct?
Yeah.
And now,
He's on like 1 a week.
bummer.
Because he got his glasses switched, so any A day I won't have class or lunch with him. And then because we're in the same choir class, we have lunch together. But when they split up the guys and the girls, then our lunch gets changed. So last week we had 1 lunch together.
Yeah, that's a bummer. So usually it'll just be once or twice.
Yeah, basically.
Gotcha. But you feel like is there a lot of do you see people who sit by themselves? Do you think that people generally at your have people they can eat lunch with, or
It's really hard. There's no space in there to eat by yourself.
oh, okay,
So you're either at a table with everybody who's eating by themselves, or you're at a table with a bunch of friends and you're the only one who but you cannot sit at a table by yourself. We barely have enough room
yeah,
for everybody to sit with people. But most of the people who sit by themselves want to. They've got this whole setup going. They either read, they watch stuff, and you can try to sit with them, but most of them are kind of no, I'm fine.
they wear AirPods and kind of check out.
Yeah, it's not like they're looking to sit with somebody. Maybe they are, but a lot of them just like to stay to themselves.
Okay, well, this kind of goes to the theme of my next question to you is okay. Braswell, which is the name of her school, is pretty large. I think it's the largest.
So you just exposed me on the internet. Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Well, what if someone comes to find me?
Don't think they'll let them in.
Oh, I guess that's a good.
Anyway, it's an extremely large school, so good luck with that.
Yeah.
And so, of whatever school district you happen to be in, We're probably already doxxed. It's fine. Like our stuff is out there in the world.
Yeah, we're already out.
Anyway, how do you like going to a big school? Like what has been that experience?
Okay. I love that going to a big school, it's kind of like almost what the TV shows and the movies are, you know? You go to a football game, you have all of these people watching, you know, it's there. Definitely there's a lot of school spirit, and like you get to kind of blend in. I mean, like I'm a very extroverted person, but in the hallways, that's where I just need to go. Nobody bothers you. There's definitely a lot of opportunities, and I feel more accomplished getting to do the things that I do, if that makes sense. You know, like I made it into a varsity choir, and we have the largest choir in the
District.
in the district.
Yeah.
And so it's kind of like, it's more, whoa, I really did that, you know?
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
I also just love having so many people, so many opportunities to make friends. Like people with really small towns are always like, no, I know everybody and I already don't like them. Like, okay, then you're done. You're cooked. Like,
Yeah, and I mean, you haven't, but like Christy and I have lived in different places and have found, you know, there are some pluses and minuses to every situation. But in general, like the warning was always like, oh, it's so bad because there's so many people and all that kind of stuff. But we haven't really found that true. Would you say?
I do not find that true, because here's the thing. You know what? People are like, okay, Brasso at one point did have a really bad fighting history, but like we got a new principal, and I literally have not seen a fight like in person
Yeah.
in both of my years of being there. And it's just like, fights don't just happen. It's gonna happen more because there is more of us, but it's not like, oh, if you go to Braswell, like fighting is like injected into your blood. Like, no, like some people just have that mindset. Happened in mom's school. She went to a very small town, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Exactly. And it happens everywhere. So all of you.
Yeah, she doesn't really like it when you start trashing on her school. Like,
No. Because like
me either.
I used to be scared to go there because of how people talked about it. And now I'm here and I'm like, y'all are kind of dramatic. I'm not going to lie. I think it's fine. Like I get a good education.
Yeah.
And I feel safe.
Excellent. I love it. Okay, so we'll end off on a serious question. So I told Anna I would talk to her about just how living out her faith in school. And I'm sure this will be a theme that will probably come up, you know, multiple times on the podcast. But just in general, Anna, like over, say, a year plus, you know, a week of being in high school, how do you feel like it's like to live out your faith at school?
Well, I'm not sure. I mean, like, there's a like church group that meets at our school. I mean, I try to go, but it doesn't happen very often just because busy schedules. But like, so you kind of always have this, like, you always know the people there do have the same beliefs as you, and then it's just like you don't partake in anything else that like kids would be doing, and then because of just like your faith. But it's just kind of hard to like make it known. If that makes sense, like you can't really just go around being like, I'm a Christian, except for then people find out you're the pastor's kid. Bro, gets me every time. This kid that sits next to me, we were talking about like parents and whatever. I was like, well, my dad got his like degree for like his pastoral degree at somewhere else. I couldn't think. And he was like, you're a pastor's kid? I was like, yeah. He like, okay. I was like, what is your deal? Like, I'm not infecting you. So it's like, I'm already kind of set to a different standard, and most people know.
Yeah.
So I just kind of like, I own my truth, you know? If you come up to me and ask me about God, then yeah, but I'm obviously not going to partake in like bad activities or.
Yeah. Well, that's been so part of the connection of the benefits of a large school has been because you can have a group of friends that are kind of like you and have same values for the most part. Mm-hmm. It's not that, I mean, you obviously have some friends that aren't Christians, and that's totally fine. But for the most part, like you all kind of are into the same things, right?
Yeah. Yeah. And I just kind of like stick with them.
Yeah. Yeah. That's cool.
And then when I do get to branch out, I get to share.
Yay. Oh, I love it. And sometimes that's received and sometimes not.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Awesome. Well, we are excited for Anna and her school year, and I'm sure we'll hear more about it as like choir stuff happens, and maybe we can like put some. I don't know if we can put recordings because they're probably like
copyright.
Yeah, copyright
Unless,
stuff.
Could you be?
We'll
like,
get taken right down on the internet. Maybe we'll auto tune it.
Wait, what if you pull up to choir class and just he can be like, this is You know, like you know how sometimes like at the end you give your credits.
Yeah.
Like what if he just gives the credits in person and we sing live?
Oh yeah, that'd be cool. But I mean, there's still the song. I don't know that the song
can
is
we sing
allowed to be on there.
the Braswell alma mater? Is that copyrighted?
No, you could probably do that. I bet.
Yeah.
So.
That plays on our announcements.
All right. So coming up, let's tell the folks what our next couple of episodes are, and then we would love to hear some feedback. So I know we just had a two-parter with a wonderful guest, probably the best person that you could possibly have as a guest.
I disagree.
So hopefully you have caught up on that. That's Christy, by the way.
My mummy.
Who is coming up next?
Wait. Well, when is Labor Day?
Our next guest.
Okay, our next guest is Megan, right?
No.
But when is Labor Day? So is Brecken
Probably.
Brecken's next?
I think so.
Okay, well.
I don't know. It happened about the same time. We'll have a couple of episodes. I didn't really think that through. But yes, most likely Brecken.
All right, Brecken. But yeah.
And then you guys will get to meet Megan.
Oh, yeah. So those are two very fun people. Very different, but very interesting people that it's going to be great.
Then they're pretty different people.
Yeah, quite different. But it's going to be a wonderful time.
Yeah. Megan is her cousin. I don't know if you said. Did you say that?
I don't know.
Okay.
I said it in my head.
It's
Megan
cool.
is my cousin. We love her.
That's right. We will not tell you what school she goes to. No doxing there. And then we had listener feedback from our movie episodes. And it was from my father, who we call Pops. And so back when I was in middle school, so even younger than Anna, he introduced me to a movie that was probably not age appropriate, but it was certainly influential, and it's probably just like historically the quintessential teenage movie. It is The Breakfast Club. So I am going.
Breakfast at Tiffany's?
No.
Okay. I've never seen that
It
movie.
actually, honestly, has nothing to do with breakfast. I'm just going to tell you, spoiler alert. Yeah, you're not going to find anything concerning breakfast in there.
Man.
So anyway, we're going to get Anna to watch The Breakfast Club, and then we will talk about it. Does that sound fun?
Just for you, Pops.
I know. Hashtag we love Pops.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I hope you guys have a wonderful week, and we will catch you next time.
Yeah. Peace. Thank you for listening. Who You Callin' Bruh is a Jam Pastor Jay production. All writing, content, and production is done by Jay and Anna Beerley.
Our opening and closing track is Feel It by Matias Ruiz. You can find more wonderful tracks at worshipstart.com. This podcast is hosted on Substack at jampastorj.substack.com.